The 9th of March, 2023, was the last day I ever saw Vivi. And it was also on the same date that I last saw Spotty. Our gang disappeared for nearly 2 weeks afterwards, and by the time I saw them again, it was already the 23rd of March. But it wasn't until another month or so later that I noticed that both Vivi and Spotty had been missing from our gang. Where did they go? And what had happened to them? From the moment they came into this world, we had been keeping a keen eye on them. Every little detail was taken into account. From their first cries to their first steps. We watched them grow and develop into the amazing girls they were. Looking back, these two girls had always been close together. They were not mere acquaintances, but rather true friends who held a strong connection. It was a privilege to witness their journey from the very beginning. Both girls grew into strong, strapping teenagers as they were meant to be. And they both came of age by the fall of 2020. But only Spotty became a mother the following year. Regrettably, her baby was born still. But the following year in 2022, both girls embraced motherhood without a hitch. It was a joyous year as they embarked on a new chapter of their lives, nurturing and caring for their little bundles of joy. The sweet cries and coos of their newborns filled the air, bringing a sense of fulfillment and purpose to the two new mothers, whose bond remained as strong as ever. It was a remarkable journey to see them becoming loving mothers together. Vivi and Spotty, they were like sisters to each other. And both had done a great job raising their babies. Both babies were weaned on schedule, before they were 8 months old. But the weight of Grandy's dethronement continued to haunt those he had left behind. And tragically, the repercussion claimed Vivi's mother, Ridgie, in January 2023, finally. Vivi, for unknown reasons, assumed the role of the head of the household, bearing the weighty responsibility of caring for her younger siblings. by the end of January, the downfall of Ridgie's family was complete. Her children were marginalized and scarcely noticeable. And by mid-March 2023, Vivi just disappeared, with her best friend, Joy, all of a sudden. I only happened to notice their absence when I found Vivi's son. Grady was left to fend for himself most of the time. As was Joy. They were both just 2 months shy of a year old. What had happened to Vivi and Joy? Did they both choose to leave their natal troop behind? Or were they forced to leave? Did Joy go in support of Vivi, whatever that cause was? Did they have to flee like those who have lost in a turf war? And why didn't they take their family with them? And a mother would never leave her little one behind. Except when the two were too mortally wounded to survive. What counts against this scenario is that monkeys aren't known for their perseverance. Conserving energy is their priority. They see no point in expending unnecessary energy once their objective has been achieved. Besides, both Vivi and Joy, being young adult females in their prime, would be incredibly difficult to pursue, let alone subdue. My guess is that both Vivi and Joy had left together, on their own accord. And timing was crucial. It appears that they waited until their offspring had matured enough to be self-sufficient. And that their respective families were equipped to provide support in their absence. And this arrangement seems to have worked well. Both Grady and Joy are doing well as we speak. So where are Vivi and Joy now? How are they doing? It is an intriguing observation that I have made over the years. A female rhesus has a greater ease in transitioning from one troop to another. Lubby was one that we know. She became a full member in our gang by 2021, after trying for 4 years. And her success all hinged on Taggy. A successful beta male in our gang since documentation began in 2016. In a rhesus troop, survival is only reserved for the strongest and most cunning male. Yet, Taggy stood out amongst all the rest. He was like a slick, shiny coat of Teflon, impervious to the reign of not one, but 2 dominant alphas and even 2 regents. It was as if he possessed an innate ability to evade danger, to slip through the grasps of those who sought to bring him down. He was a symbol of resilience, a testament to the sheer willpower of the animal kingdom. To this day, I still haven't a clue how Lubby was related to Taggy. My guess is that Taggy could have been Lubby's older brother before he left the natal troop, which was Annie's. We have seen many times how those ousted siblings still keep in touch with those who are left behind. A strong bond seems to exist between siblings, even after separation. Their unbreakable connection transcends even troop boundaries at times. Ridgie was no young female. She must have had previous offspring before Vivi. It is not far-fetched that Riggie's daughter, Vivi, might have done something similar to what Lubby had done before, to seek greener pastures elsewhere. And she had took her best friend, Joy, with her. Even if a connection like Taggy didn't exist for her, she might still be able to pull it off on her own. Remember Fleur? An adult female from a fringe troop near the barbecue area. We first met her back in 2016, with her daughter, Petal. And astonishingly, after 7 long years, when I stumbled upon her again, she has earned a place as a part-time member in Nora's troop. Just like Lubby did initially with our gang. Their world is far more complex and intricate than what meets the eye. It is not bound by the rigid confines we thought was the case. There exist countless layers and dimensions that are beyond our comprehension. To prove my case, I have visited the forested hillsides of Lion Rock, Jubilee Reservoir. And beyond over the past few months, to see whether I might stumble upon Vivi and Joy. But sadly, I haven't had much luck so far. But this wilderness is huge. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. However, I remain steadfast in my conviction that they are out there. Searching for a better life. And if I ever bump into them in the future, I want to let them know that their children are both doing well. And they have become good pals. Just like their mothers too. I wish you two all the best out there.